for the bride on a budget. That's you. I'm Sabrina. I'm your virtual wedding planning assistant. Today's topic is being your own wedding planner. So I'm on this bride advice forum. It's a Facebook group that's basically a support group for engaged women where they can get advice and ask questions and compare ideas. And by the way, if you want to be a part of this group, which I highly recommend, I've linked 2 of them in the description below. One of the questions I see a lot of brides asking is, how much does a wedding planner cost and do I really need one? Obviously the answers vary, but getting a full service wedding package that includes consulting beforehand and the day of coordinator, you're looking at a minimum of $2,000 and as high as $10,000 depending on where you live. Now for some people, a wedding planner is a very good investment. But if you're a thrifty bride like I was and you're having to be your own wedding planner, there are only a few things that you really need to make sure the whole day goes smoothly. Number 1 is a working timeline. So this is a spreadsheet that shows the breakdown of tasks that you want to complete within the 6 months of getting married, 3 months, 2 weeks, and then the week of. Now a lot of you may have longer than 6 months to plan a wedding. You can get ahead of the game by checking off as many things as you can from that 6-month category ASAP. So as a heads up, the items that are probably the most time consuming are planning your guest list, choosing and ordering what everyone's going to wear, and getting all the decor together. So make sure you give yourself plenty of time for those things. However, the most important items were at the very top. Set your date, decide on a budget, and lock down your venue. Emphasis on the venue. The minute you have your date set and you know what budget you're working with, you want to start looking at venues and emailing, calling, whatever you need to get some quotes. 1, because they're gonna book up super fast. 2, because the venue is likely to be the most expensive part. So once you have that done and out of the way, you'll know how much you have left over. And 3, because a lot of other things are gonna be dependent on the venue that you choose. Now if you're the pen and paper type, I know you can go on Etsy, and if you type in wedding planner book, you'll find a ton of really cute ones just like this. Number 2, you'll need a day of timeline. Obviously you're not going to have all the details for that right away, but you can get a head start by kind of mapping out what you want your day to look like. What time do I want to start getting ready? What time do I want the ceremony to be? What time should I have the reception at? How much time should I allot for photos, for dinner, for dancing? And then as you get the details, you just tweak it as you go along. But always super helpful as a vendor to have that day of timeline so I know exactly where I'm supposed to be. By the way, yes, I am including a copy of these timelines that I am showing you in a Google spreadsheet that you can download in the description below. I use this spreadsheet, my sister used it for her wedding, my brother used it for his wedding. Yeah, it saved all our lives. Number 3 is a budget sheet. So while you're looking up vendors and getting quotes, you can start putting in the estimates that you're getting for each person. So you'll see at the top of this list, I put the kind of the biggest expenses at the top, which will be your catering, your venue, your DJ, your photographer, and probably your dress. And don't worry, I will address how to save on all of those big things in later videos. And once you have like quotes for what all those things are gonna cost you, you can start looking at other stuff like florist, cake, linens, if that's something that your venue doesn't provide. And then every time you found something online that you really want to buy, you can put it in the spreadsheet and then look at your totals and see how much you have left over as you're going along. And don't buy it right away, because chances are you'll either change your mind about what you want or you'll be able to find it somewhere else for a better price. So take your time shopping around. When you find something you like, put it in the budget sheet. And when you're absolutely sure that's what you want and you can't get it for a better price anywhere else, you buy it, you put it in the sheet that it has actually been purchased, and then you don't accidentally spend too much. So these 3 things, the working timeline, the day of timeline, and the budget sheet, are the 3 basics that you will absolutely find essential in planning your own wedding. And there's a few other sheets in there that hopefully will be helpful to you. Lastly, make sure you ask for help. Don't be afraid to enlist your closest friends, family members, your sisters, your cousins, your aunts, your mom, your future mother-in-law. If they love you, they will be happy to help you with the most important day of your life. And on the day of, instead of having one person that you've paid to do everything, you can just take a bunch of little tasks and assign them to members of your wedding party or family members. For example, on my wedding day, I had a bridesmaid help put the candy table together. I had my mom take care of all the vendor payments, and I had a coworker put the centerpieces together because she's really fabulous at design. So reach out to anyone and everyone in your circle. Well, that's all I've got for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and check the description below to download those timelines. And if you need extra support, those groups I told you about on Facebook, the bride support groups, are seriously awesome. All right, take a deep breath. You got this. There are gonna be some things that don't go exactly according to plan, no matter how well you plan it out. Just be prepared for that. Don't freak out. And remember, no matter how stressful it gets, just enjoy it. Until next time, happy planning!